Namaskar. This is Firstpost and you're watching Vantage with me, Palki Sharma. The big story tonight comes from the UK, where voters have given a decisive mandate to the Labour Party. After 14 years of Tory rule, Labour has won with a landslide. Keir Starmer is the new Prime Minister. Who is this man and what does he bring to the table for his own country and for ties with India? Also, what are the key challenges and action points for the new government? And what explains the worst performance for the Conservative Party in their history? We'll cover all of that and more in what promises to be the most comprehensive coverage of the UK general election, so stay right there. Also tracking the French election, where a 28-year-old looks set to take over as Prime Minister next week. In India, defence production and exports have touched a new high. In Pakistan, new taxes are hurting people. Milk costs more in Karachi than in Paris. The China-EU trade war is picking pace. After pork and cars, it's now tariffs on brandy. And South Korea is shocked. They've reported the world's first robot suicide. We'll bring you that story and more. The headlines first. Israel's spy chief heads to Qatar. He will hold talks with mediators on a Gaza truce deal. This move comes after Israel received a fresh proposal from Hamas. Both sides are under increasing international pressure to agree to a ceasefire. There's been no truce in the war, which began in October, except for a one-week pause in November. Hungary's Prime Minister Viktor Orban meets the Russian President. Vladimir Putin tells Orban that Ukraine must withdraw if it wants to end the war. The Hungarian leader rattled European Union and NATO allies by flying to Moscow. Orban is Putin's friendliest ally in the EU. This week, Hungary took over the EU's rotating presidency. Germany's ruling coalition strikes the 2025 budget deal. The crisis nearly toppled the Olaf Scholz government. But after their poor performance in last month's European Parliament elections, there was pressure on them to reach a compromise. Mali, Burkina Faso and Niger junta chiefs to hold their first summit tomorrow. They want to create a common currency. The meeting will be held on the eve of a summit of ECOWAS, which is the West African bloc. All three countries have withdrawn from that group. And Wimbledon launches an online monitoring service to protect the players. It follows a similar anti-online harassment tool put in place at the French Open last year. Artificial intelligence will be used at the Paris Olympics to shield the athletes.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment.
So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished.